So this was our very first model North Atlantic Council simulation. Now the idea was to get all of our participants to understand the mechanisms that govern the North Atlantic Council, which is the highest decision-making body of NATO, to get folks really into the role and to understand what it takes to be a decision maker. I think it was amazing to see that some allies were really willing to make compromises, and then others were really tough in their convictions. And you could see that sometimes emotional arguments could really sway people. And when the delegate of Albania reached out with a very, very emotional message to the delegate from Spain, it kind of made you think. I think there were people here who really knew how to use every tool in their toolbox. They were able to be tough and emotional when they had to be. They were able to get along with people, make compromise when needed. They were able to handle a very formal setting, like we had the very formal North Atlantic Council meeting, but also the time for more informal consultations in the context of our coffee break. And I was really impressed to see that so many of our delegates and so many of our YPFP members had those skills.
The highlight was the observation of how negotiation works. You could see that some ideas really popped up and became really strong at some point in the debate, and then suddenly someone offered a counter-argument, and by the next minute the idea had been overcome and completely defeated. That was something really instructive into understanding the whole patterns of negotiation.
My favorite part, I think, the brief. It was very interesting to know what other people think. My personal opinion is also that I really like the, couloir discussions kind of. So when we had 20 minutes to talk to other colleagues and delegates, it was very interesting to see their aspirations, for example, and their minimal requirements.
Action Points was really about giving people not just the idea what are the political issues, but how are those political issues implemented, thereby the name Action Points, because there is action involved. We gave our participants a chance to look at under what circumstances can a rapid response force be deployed in Europe. What are the major constraints to this force? We gave them a chance to look at what does NATO do with partners. What are the big challenges in working with so many different partners across the globe, which NATO really works on a global basis in that matter. And then finally, to give them this chance to sit in the North Atlantic Council and to see that all these great political ideas that you hear about every day actually are formed through very hard negotiations and, in the end, consensus.